A very good evening to all of you. Hello and welcome, guys. My name is KP Singh and I welcome one and all to today's session of weekly current affairs catch up. Before we start, can you guys please confirm if the audio is fine and all of you can see the screen? Welcome Arya, welcome Ojala, Praveen, welcome Motivate to all, welcome Ask Varmani, hello Ask Jane, welcome Arya Bharti. Chale guys, welcome Ashwarya, welcome Vidhi, welcome Joji, hello Aries, welcome Sayam, welcome Dhwani, hello Shubham, welcome Sakshi, Nishant, Devanshi. I think many of you have joined in. Welcome Monica. So we will start. So without wasting any time, let's quickly go through our today's current affairs session. If you guys have been reading CA catch up on your My IMS portal, you will be able to perform better in this session. So we conduct this session every Sunday and we try to cover up all the important events of last 1 week. Because we are conducting this session after 14 days, so I have tried to cover up those topics which happened, let's say, a week back also. So this session is in two phases. Phase 1, we do a couple of questions based on comprehension. So there will be a few passages and each passage will be followed by 5 questions, 4 to 5 questions which you need to answer based on the information related to the passage, not necessarily in the passage. Then in the end we will also have a rapid fire round. You will get 15 seconds to read each question and respond. Welcome Venkat, hello Monica, welcome Akshay, welcome Sanika. Chale guys, so your knowledge gem 20 and BizQuest 20 as well as 21 have been released, are available on your portal. 2nd April and 17th April these quizzes were released. Your next current affairs quiz will go live on 2nd May. So that is Knowledge Gem 22 and BizQuest 22. Chale guys, so let's start with the first passage on your screen. It relates to Mumbai being recognized as the tree city of the world. Welcome Kalyani, welcome Akshaya, welcome Krish. Chale padhte hain. So Mumbai has been recognized as the 2021 tree city of the world by the dash of the United Nations. So first fill in the blank is an agency or an organization of the UN. Jointly with Arbor Day Foundation, which is an NGO set up in US, Arbor Day Foundation, Department of Public Relations, Greater Mumbai Municipal Corporation informed on Tuesday. Mumbai is the dash city in India to receive this distinction. So you have to name the number. So first fill in the blank is an agency of UN, second fill in the blank is the number, that means which city or how many cities have been recognized in India as tree cities so far. So due to this pride, the city of Mumbai, which is known as Dream City, has now got a new identity. It will also be called Tree City. The State Environment Minister, the boy with silver spoon, Aditya Thackeray, called on Municipal Commissioner Dr. Iqbal Singh Chahal and Park Superintendent and handed over a copy of the letter of commendation received by Jitendra Pardesi from the Arbor Day Foundation under the auspices of the United Nations and commended the work done by BMC for the environment. Under the auspices of the dash of the United Nations, the Chief Executive Officer of the Arbor Day Foundation, in a special letter written in honor of the city of Mumbai, Dan Lamb, has congratulated the city. The city of Mumbai is now one of the leading global networks in urban and community forestry. He has congratulated the city of Mumbai and alternatively Mumbaikars for achieving this highly prestigious status. Giving more information about this honor of Mumbai city, Jitendra Pardesi, Superintendent of Parks, said that cities around the world are being evaluated on the basis of various standards such as Miyawaki forests established in BMC area, regular tree planting, scientific care of trees, public awareness, allocation of relevant resources. Okay, let's see if you guys can answer these. Sakshi is the first one to respond. Sakshi says UNEP. UNEP is incorrect, Sakshi. So Kashish Bansal gave the correct answer. Nishant, that's right, that's correct. Palak, your answer is correct for the second question. Second fill in the blank. Arya, that's correct for the second fill in the blank. Ashwarya, your answer is right for the first one. The correct answer for the first fill in the blank is FAO. FAO stands for Food and Agriculture Organization. So Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, has awarded this title to Mumbai. Okay, so yes, second the fill in the blank, correct answer is second. So there are only 2 cities which have been named tree city of the world. Which was the first Indian city to receive this tag? Which was the first Indian city to receive this tag? Bonus question. Arya, Kashish, Ashwarya, Palak. That's correct. Nishant, that's right. Okay guys, correct answer is Hyderabad. So Hyderabad was the first Indian city which was named Tree City of the World. Second one is Mumbai. Okay. Oops, I already gave you answer for this question, so I think this one should not be counted. Which was the first city of India to get the tag of Tree City of the World? Your options are Gandhinagar, Bhubaneswar, Hyderabad and Bhopal. Right answer for this question will be option C. So option C is right answer, Nishant. Well, that's correct. Palak, Samarth. Chaliye guys. Hyderabad. Next question on your screen. A total of dash cities have been recognized for the year 2021 under the Tree Cities of the World program. So how many cities have been recognized so far? Your options are 132, 134, 136 or 138. So a total of dash cities have been recognized for the year 2021 under the Tree Cities of the World program. Your options are 132, 134, 136 or 138. So a lot of mixed response. Samarth says A, Kashish will go with C, Palak will go with A, Ask Varmani will pick A, Lavisha will go with A. Guys, correct answer is option D. So the number has gone up. Now there are 138. Which of the following country has the maximum tree city? This one is important. So which of the following country has the maximum tree city? Your options are UK, Canada, US, Brazil. United Kingdom, Canada, United States or Brazil. Which of the following country has maximum tree city? You can answer this based on common sense also. So which city has a lot of space to grow urban forest? So Brazil has a huge forest cover. They have Amazon forest. But we are talking about cities which can devote time and energy in developing tree cover or greenery in urban areas. So for this you require a lot of resources. You will also require a lot of man hours and a lot of space to implement it. So if you look at size of UK and compare it with that of USA, we can easily rule out UK from the list of options. Canada, half of Canada is covered with ice most of the time. So even that option can be ruled out. You have to pick one from option C or D, USA or Brazil. Obvious answer is US. Krish, that's correct. Ask Varmani, that's right. So many of you got it right. Right answer is US. Okay, which of the following statement is incorrect? Your options are. So guys, if you are picking anything from A, B and C, you need to tell me why that option is incorrect. Option A, the Tree Cities of the World is an initiative started by the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, UNFAO, an American non-profit organization called Arbor Day Foundation. Option B, it is an internationally recognized effort to recognize cities and towns committed to ensuring that their urban forests and trees are properly maintained, sustainably managed and duly celebrated. Option C, a city is recognized as a tree city if it meets 7 core standards to show its commitment towards caring for its trees and forests. Option D, none of these. Samarth has typed D like 6 times, but Samarth, so you have answered it incorrectly 6 times. Option D is incorrect, so go for the correct answer this time. Asharya, D is incorrect. Okay, chaliye, so would be slightly difficult. So now Texas Wizard will go with B. Palak will go with D. D is incorrect. Arya will go with C. Palak with C. Avani with C. Why C? Why B and why C? These are the two options that you guys are picking up. So why B, why C? Just a fluke, sir. Okay. Well, only incorrect option is C. As Arya rightly pointed out, there are not 7 core standards. Yes, Asharya, you're also right. There are only 5. There are just 5 standards based on which a city can be recognized as a tree city of the world. Those 5 parameters are establishing responsibilities, setting of rules, knowing what we have, allocating the resources and celebrating the achievement. I think it was mentioned in the last paragraph of your passage. Okay. Chaliye, a bit more about tree city concept. This passage was borrowed from ndtv.com's page Mumbai News. So Mumbai has been recognized as tree city. This is a happy news for us, a positive one indeed. Mumbai is the second city in India which got this distinction. Earlier, Hyderabad had also achieved tree city of the world title. According to official website of the tree cities, a total of 4,25,000 trees have been planted in Mumbai and accredited with 25,000 volunteer hours. Just look at the scale. 25,000 volunteer hours were put in to plant 4,25,000 trees. US, Canada, UK are the countries with maximum cities featured on this list. The countries have been recognized for their commitment to growing and maintaining urban forests in building healthy, resilient and happy cities. State Environment Minister of Maharashtra is Aditya Thackeray and the current Chief Minister is his daddy Uddhav Thackeray. Chale, so well guys, why is it important to celebrate forest cover or the tree cover of a particular city? What if we don't have trees in a particular city? What's the big harm in that? Cities are already called concrete jungles. Well, reason is quite simple, guys. If there are no trees, your city will become like a heat zone. So, less number of trees, less number of greenery means less rainfall. And yes, it will also devastate the situation of environment that we already are not doing very well on. No temperature regulation, that's correct, Kashish, Asharya, less oxygen, more pollution, yes. And therefore, if you want to save your cities and you don't want your cities to become smog chambers or want to improve the air quality of your city, you need to plant more and more trees. So well done Mumbai and all the Mumbaikars. Well, Tree Cities of the World program is a global initiative and it is an effort to recognize cities and towns across the world that are committed to ensuring proper maintenance and sustainable management of urban forests and trees. Objective is to bring cities together around the globe and to develop a network devoted to sharing and adopting successful approaches. So many times Indian authorities have also tried to increase our forest cover and we have not been that successful, especially in the urban areas. And therefore, if we are part of a network where people have been successful, we can borrow those practices and try to implement those ideas and practices in our own cities. At 2018 World Forum on Urban Forest in Mantova, Italy, world leaders issued the Mantova Green Cities Challenge. So it was set up in 2018. It was a call for action that included joining Tree Cities of the World program. So since then, number of cities have gone up drastically. Okay, next passage on your screen. Quickly read it. It relates to Ayush Summit. Who is India's Ayush Minister? Chale, this can be a bonus question here before we start reading. Who is Ayush Minister of India and what does Ayush stand for? Let's read on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday inaugurated the Global Ayush Investment and Innovation Summit at Mahatma Mandir in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Prime Minister of Mauritius Dash and Director General of WHO World Health Organization Dash were also present at the event. So both fill in the blanks are in the very first paragraph. Who is the Prime Minister of Mauritius? This guy recently visited India and was in Gujarat for most of the time. And who is the Director General of WHO? Director General of WHO, this particular guy was abused globally because of the way WHO handled COVID. Okay, so many people have answered. Malvika Krishnan, your answer is correct for the bonus question. Riddhi, that's correct for the bonus question. Okay, Nishant, your answer is right for the first fill in the blank. Palak, you're correct, you're right. Okay, Kashish, you're right. Okay. Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathic is the full form of Ayush. And Sarbaran Sonowal is the current Minister of Ayush in our country. Okay, current Prime Minister of Mauritius is Mr. Praveen Kumar Jugnauth. So Praveen Kumar Jugnauth is the Prime Minister of Mauritius and the current Director General of WHO is Dr. Tedros. Dr. Tedros. So Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus is the Director General of WHO. When this guy was in Gujarat, Modi ji also gave him a new name. Can you guys answer? What did Modi name Dr. Tedros? So Dr. Tedros was given a Gujarati name by PM Modi in an event which was in this particular event, Ayush Summit. Okay, chale, that's a bonus question. So not Ted, Summit, that's incorrect. So there's a Gujarati name which he gave to his friend Tedros. Yes, Kashish, that's correct answer. Palak, that's right. He called him Tulsi Bhai. So Tedros will also be known as Tulsi Bhai in India. Chale, moving on. So addressing the inauguration ceremony, the Prime Minister Praveend Kumar Jagannath said that India is known as the pharmacy of the world. He said that India will emerge as the leader in Ayush, Ayurveda and traditional medicine also. Speaking on this occasion, Director General of WHO Tedros said that India will go to the whole world and the whole world will come to India through Ayush. He said the growth in the Ayush sector is significant. Ayush industry has grown 17% per year since 2014 and it is projected to be 23 billion by the end of this year. 3-day Global Ayush Investment and Innovation Summit will witness 5 plenary sessions, 8 roundtables, 6 workshops and 2 symposiums. A lot is happening. About 90 eminent speakers and 100 exhibitors will also participate in the summit. The summit will help to uncover investment potential and give a fillip to innovation, research and development, startup ecosystem and the wellness industry. It will help bring together industry leaders, academicians and scholars together and act as a platform for future collaborations. Chaliye, so okay, ISM, Indian System of Medicine, yes, that's correct. Let's move on quickly. Recently, the groundbreaking ceremony was performed for the first of its kind WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine. So it is the first of its kind World Health Organization Global Center for Traditional Medicine. In which city of Gujarat this ceremony was performed? Your options are Jamnagar, Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad or Surat. Jamnagar, Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad or Surat. Harshada, that's right. Palak, that's correct. Asharya, you're right. Aries, that's correct. Tejas, that's right. Guys, you don't have to type multiple times. It's fine if you type it just once. Okay. Shitesh, that's incorrect. Correct answer, guys, is option A. Legend Gamer, you're correct. Jamnagar. So this ceremony took place in Jamnagar. Who among the following is not a union minister for Ministry of Ayush? So इनमें से कौन Ministry of Ayush से नहीं है? Not a minister for Ministry of Ayush. So question got flipped. Okay, your options are Shantanu Sharma, Sarbanand Sonowal, Mahindra Munjapara and none of these. So because you already know that Sarbanand Sonowal is the union minister for Ministry of Ayush, so you can rule option B out. So pick something from A, C and D. Who among the following is not a union minister for Ministry of Ayush? Just go through the website of Ayush Ministry and you will get your answer. Well guys, Texas Wizard, that's incorrect. Sakshi, that's incorrect. Correct answer, yes. Okay. Well, this guy, Shantanu Sharma, is not on the list of the ministry. You can check it out today. Dash is observed as National Ayurveda Day by the Ministry of Ayush and is celebrated across the country. So Ayurveda Day कब मनाया जाता है? Your options are 2nd September, 2nd October, 2nd November or 2nd December. National Ayurveda Day is celebrated on which date? 2nd September, 2nd October, 2nd November, 2nd December. देखिए 2nd October तो हम already बहुत सारी चीजें मनाते हैं. So you can rule out 2nd October easily. So pick something from A, B and D. Legend Gamer will pick C. Ashwath will go with D. Sanika will go with C. Samarth with C. Ujala with C. Mahil Tareja with C. Correct answer is option C, 2nd November, guys. So 2nd November is celebrated as Ayurveda Day. Okay, next question on your screen. Which of the following statement is incorrect? So if you pick anything from A, B or C, also tell me why that particular statement is incorrect. Option A, the Global Ayush Investment and Innovation Conference 22 will have 5 plenary sessions, 8 roundtables, 6 seminars and 2 symposiums over the course of 3 days. Option B, Embassy representatives from the Republic of Congo, Lesotho, Mali, Mexico, Rwanda, Togo, Mongolia, Bangladesh, Chile, Cuba, Gambia, Jamaica, Thailand, Kyrgyzstan, Zimbabwe, Costa Rica, and the US Department of Health and Human Services will attend the diplomatic conclave. Option C, the second roundtable on the first day will focus on collaboration, G2B interactions. What is G2B, guys? Can you give me full form of G2B? Interactions between major ministries and industries, entrepreneurs, startups, Ayush in FMCG sector, and globalization of yoga certification. Option D, none of these. Let's see how many. Okay, Ashariya Symposium is like a seminar in which many dignitaries participate, and it is more open in nature. That means there can be a lot more Q&A. Yes, Palak, your answer is correct for the bonus question. G2B means government to business. Government to businesses is the right answer. Legend Gamer, I think I have answered that question. Ashwarya and Legend Gamer, you had the same question. So it is a type of seminar or an event where dignitaries from various fields, they participate, they many times present their papers, they also deliver lectures, and there's a lot of Q&A, that is question answer session. Okay. Well guys, correct answer for this one is option D. All three statements were correct. So no error in any of these. This passage was borrowed from Business Today. Well, a bit more about new development projects in Gujarat. A lot is happening in Gujarat. First is WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine. This is first of its kind. It has been set up in Jamnagar of Gujarat. PM Modi laid the foundation stone in the presence of Tedros, WHO Director, and Prime Minister of Mauritius, Praveen Kumar Jugnauth. Global Center for Traditional Medicine aims to channel the potential of traditional medicine by integrating it with technological advancement and evidence-based research. One big flaw in the traditional medicine system is that it is not clinically tried. It is not clinically researched or tried. देखिए normally हम लोग मेडिसिन को बहुत सारे ट्रायल्स और टेस्ट के बाद ह्यूमंस को देने देते हैं, बट ट्रेडिशनल मेडिसिन हजारों साल से ह्यूमंस पे ही ट्राई किए गए हैं. सो अगर आप देखें तो लेट्स से आयुर्वेदा की मेडिसिन या होम्योपैथी की मेडिसिन को लेकर ट्रस्ट बिल्ड करवाना बहुत जरूरी है. एंड वन वे इन विच वी कैन मेक श्योर दैट द वेस्ट ऑल्सो एक्सेप्ट दिस alternative medicine system is if we make it evidence based. चलिए, so it will focus on main four strategic areas: evidence and learning, data and analytics, sustainability and equity, and innovation and technology to optimize the contribution of traditional medicine to global health. So this summit, Global Ayush, Samarth says Ayush works in long term. So Samarth, is that opinion about all forms of alternate medicine system like homeopathy, Siddha, Unani, Ayurveda, Yoga, or you prefer to pick one or two? Chale, so well, so about 90 speakers, we have already discussed this part. Many people participated, many activities were planned out like roundtable conferences, workshops, symposiums. ठीक है. Okay, so PM said Ayush sector was less than 3 billion in 2014 and now it has crossed 18 billion. Modi ji also inaugurated and laid foundation stone for various development projects worth around 22,000 crore in Dahod in Panchmahal, Gujarat. So 22,000 crore का project Dahod Panchmahal Gujarat के लिए. The projects will which the PM inaugurated were alone worth 1,400 crores. Among these, he inaugurated Dahod District Southern Area Regional Water Supply Scheme constructed at Narmada River Basin, which is worth around 840 crores. Wow. It will cater to the water supply needs of around 280 villages in Dahod District and Devgarh Baria City. Modi also inaugurated 5 projects of Dahod Smart City worth around 335 crores. These projects include Integrated Command and Control Center (ICCC), building stormwater drainage system, sewerage works, solid waste management system, and rainwater harvesting system. Why is so much money being pumped into Gujarat, or why so many schemes are being inaugurated in Gujarat right now? Because, as always, usually what happens in India, now this state is going to elections. So when you're about to go to election, you will get a lot of goodies from the government. Yes, Rishi, that's right. Chaliye. So a foundation stone for manufacturing 9,000 horsepower electric locomotives at production unit in Dahod was also laid down. And this project will cost around 20,000 crores. Next passage on your screen, it is very important topic, please read it carefully. Security deal between China and Solomon Islands. China and Solomon Islands have recently signed a security deal which is first of its kind for China. Let's read. When the Solomon Islands Prime Minister stood before Parliament on Wednesday to announce that his government has signed a sweeping security agreement with China, he insisted that it would not adversely impact or undermine the peace and harmony of our region. The Prime Minister, this is something that they have to say, otherwise neighbors will feel dizzy and spectacle. The Prime Minister did not explain why he delivered the news just a few days before a delegation of senior American diplomats was set to arrive in the city's capital, and while neighboring is in the midst of an election campaign. So, name the powerful neighbor country of Solomon Islands, where elections are going on right now, and name the Prime Minister of Solomon Islands. This one would be difficult. So, first fill in the blank I think would be difficult for most of you. And second fill in the blank is easy question and can be answered based on common sense. Ali Metaiwala says France. Well, France is not near Solomon Islands. That's incorrect. Joji, your answer is right for the first fill in the blank. Gauri, you're correct. Ali, now you're right. Palak, your answer is incorrect. Taha Lakadwala, that's correct. Aries, that's right. Okay. Sakshi, your answer is correct. So the correct answer for the first fill in the blank is Manasseh Sogavre. Manasseh Sogavre is the current head of the state for, or the Prime Minister for Solomon Islands. In the neighboring country which is feeling the heat or which is going to face the music is Australia. So Australia is the next door neighbor for Solomon Islands. Okay, let's read on. The Prime Minister, ye ho gaya tha, so he did not explain why did he announce it just when the American diplomats were about to arrive, nor did he say whether the signed version matched an earlier leaked draft that offered an opening for Chinese law enforcement, troops and warships, and perhaps even a Beijing-controlled military base in the strategically important Pacific. But with a mix of secrecy and vague assurance, Manasseh Sogavre has shaken his own democracy and the stability of the entire Asia-Pacific region. Having already suggested that he wants to delay next year's elections by rewriting the constitution, the Prime Minister now has China to lean on if protests break out. At the same time, China's leader Xi Jinping and his army now have a foothold in an island chain that played a decisive role in Second World War and could be used to block vital shipping lanes. It is a game changer, said Anne Marie Brady, a professor of the University of Canterbury in Christchurch, New Zealand, who has investigated Chinese influence in this region. Okay guys, Chirag says video is blurred. Chirag, click on the settings tab and pick the best option available on your device. That will improve the quality of video. Chaliye, moving on. And if you think my video is blurred, this is because I've reduced the transparency. So in case something is behind me, some text, so you can see it easily. Okay, let's move on. The Solomon Islands was one among the Pacific Island states which had official bilateral relations with Taiwan. So this question is difficult for most. Your options are 3, 4, 5 or 6. So how many Pacific Island nations were recognizing Taiwan? So why, and this topic is important, why? Because Taiwan and China both follow one China policy. What is one China policy? China believes that Taiwan is just a breakaway province of China which needs to be bring back to the fold. That means they want to annex Taiwan into China. So वो चाहते हैं कि ताइवान और चाइना को वापस एक किया जाए. Taiwan says that we are the real China, we are the authentic China, and mainland China is being ruled by a dummy government which needs to be ousted. So if you check out official name of Taiwan, Taiwan is officially called Republic of China. So Taiwan is called Republic of China. If Taiwan is called Republic of China, what is the real name of China? What is the official name of China? So Taiwan is called Republic of China. Then what's the name of China? देखिए चाइना में हर चीज का डुप्लीकेट बनता है, देखिए चाइना का भी डुप्लीकेट है. Chirag, you are in IMS class right now. Satish, People's Republic of China, that's correct answer. Harshvardhan, People's Republic of China is right answer. Palak, that's correct. So, mainland China is called People's Republic of China and Taiwan is called Republic of China. So, China has a policy, one China policy. They say that countries can't have diplomatic relation with both of us. Either you recognize us or you recognize them. You can't have us both. So, there are only a handful of countries that recognize Taiwan and don't recognize mainland China because these countries were heavily dependent on aid received from Taiwan. अच्छा, what about India? हम किसको recognize करते? People's Republic of China या Republic of China? India China relation आपको पता ही है, India Taiwan relation not that bad. ये बताइए इंडिया किसको recognize करता है? Mainland China या Taiwan? Obviously PRC, People's Republic of China. China is our biggest trading partner. हम सबसे ज्यादा बिजनेस चाइना के साथ करते हैं. So correct answer is PRC. यहाँ पे right answer is 6. There were 6. Okay. Solomon Islands के साथ साथ there were 6. It was among the 6 Pacific nations जो ताइवान को recognize करते थे. Next question. Well, Chirag, if a particular center, if you just check out with your center or branch that you are associated with, they will be in a better position to answer because each branch will also get to decide उनके classes कब शुरू हो रहे हैं physical form में, depends on state rules and other stuff. Okay. Mahi says People's Republic of China. That answer is correct. Okay. What about this question on your screen? Pacific Islands Forum members, including Australia, agreed in 2018 Dash Declaration to address regional security challenges collectively. Your options are Pacific Declaration, Boe Declaration, Mackay Declaration या Biketawa Declaration. Pacific Declaration, Boe Declaration, Mackay Declaration या Biketawa Declaration. Ali, that's correct, but you need to check with the spelling. Ashwath, that's incorrect. Harshada, that's right. Ashwarya, that's incorrect. Chirag, that's correct. Ashwath, that's incorrect. Right answer for this one is option B. It's Boe Declaration. If you want to read up more about it, also read about Biketawa Declaration. Biketawa Declaration came first and then it was Boe Declaration. So it is more of economic and social cooperation, right? So in this declaration, all these countries of the Pacific region, countries like Australia, Fiji, Tuvalu, Solomon Islands, they declared that they will help out each other in cases of natural calamity. There will be a lot of cooperation and collaboration. It is not a military alliance. It is more about economic cooperation and regional cooperation. Chale, in 2019, the Solomon Islands along with Dash switched allegiance to China. So along with Solomon Islands, which other country started recognizing PRC rather than Republic of China? That is Taiwan. Your options are Micronesian Islands, Caroline Islands, Kiribati, Fiji. Micronesian Islands, Caroline Islands, Kiribati, Fiji. Jaldi se. Harshada will go with option C, Kiribati. Pooja will go with C. Jaydev, that's incorrect. Maher, that's incorrect. Mahi, that's incorrect. Ashwath, that's wrong. Ashwarya, that's correct. Varmani, that's right. Correct answer is option C, Kiribati. So Kiribati also recognizes People's Republic of China now. Okay, which of the following statement is incorrect? And do tell me why that option is incorrect if you pick something from A, B or C. Your options are option A. The Solomon Islands is part of the ethnically Melanesian group of islands in the Pacific and lies between Papua New Guinea and Vanuatu. Option B. The islands were initially controlled by the British Empire during the colonial era. It went through the hands of Germany and Japan and then back to the UK after the Americans took over the islands from the Japanese during World War II. So there was a decisive battle on Solomon Islands. The islands became independent in 1968 to become a constitutional monarchy under the British Crown with a parliamentary system of government. Option D, none of these. Shrishti gave the correct answer. Yes, Shrishti, that's right. Harshada, you're right. So, Right answer for this question is option C. Option C has an error. It says Solomon Islands gained independence in 1968. That's incorrect. They gained independence in 1978. So 10 years later. Okay, a bit more about Solomon Islands and China's security pact. This article was taken from New York Times. Well, so what is this agreement about? So it is first of its kind. चाइना ने इससे पहले किसी भी कंट्री के साथ ऐसा सिक्योरिटी अरेंजमेंट नहीं किया है. सो इट इज बेसिकली इंटरगवर्नमेंटल फ्रेमवर्क एग्रीमेंट ऑन सिक्योरिटी कोऑपरेशन. Under this, two sides will conduct cooperation in areas such as maintenance of social order. So that means if civil war breaks out in Solomon Islands, they can take help of Chinese force. Protection of the safety of people's lives and property, humanitarian assistance and natural disaster response. As we read earlier, Prime Minister Manasseh Sogavare is going to change constitution of Solomon Islands drastically. When that happens, people will start protesting, and might be that Sogavare will take help of Chinese forces to curb such protest against him. So he is turning into a dictator. So China might also make ship visits and use its ports for logistics. Solomon Islands is part of ethnically Melanesian. We have already read this part in the on the previous slide, so I will skip this much. So it is a constitutional monarchy. So who is the monarch of Solomon Islands? Who is the sovereign for Solomon Islands is a bonus question. Solomon Islands का monarch कौन है? Who is the head of the state for Solomon Islands? Okay, capital city is Honiara. It is on the island Guadalcanal. Queen of England Malvika, that's correct. So who is Queen of England? Correct answer is Queen Elizabeth II. Well, so there was a significant battle between US and Japanese troops during World War II on these islands. What are the concerns of other countries? Australia, just like other Pacific countries, is worried that now China will have a better foothold and it will increase security issues for regional players. Australia has been the most vocal critic of this agreement. Australia was deeply disappointed and concerned about the lack of transparency. It was a bit of a surprise for them. New Zealand said the country was saddened that Solomon Island decided to go with this pact. US also raised its own concerns. US has said that it will reopen its embassy in the Solomon Islands, which was closed in 1993. So 93 के बाद अब जाके US embassy खुलने वाला था, but अब उसके chances कम है. Okay, next passage on your screen. Second last passage for the day, World Heritage Day. On which day do we celebrate World Heritage Day? I think that's your first question. Each year, World Heritage Day is commemorated on dash to spread awareness about preserving the history, diversity and vulnerability of World Heritage sites and monuments. This special day marks an understanding of a rich culture and traditions that are worth conserving. The day is celebrated to convey an important message to the younger generations to carry forward our legacy and safeguard our culture. It also intends to recognize the efforts of all people like architects, engineers, geographers, civil engineers, artists, archaeologists who contribute towards conserving the heritage. This year, the day will be dedicated under the theme. So you need to know the date, also the theme of this year. Through open, constructive and intergenerational dialogue. Let's see how many of you get it right. Shrishti, that's correct. Okay, what about others? Devanshi, that's right. Sanika, that's right. Right answer for the first fill in the blank is 18th of April. So 18th April is correct. Most of you got it right. What is the theme of this year? Sakshi, that's correct. Kashish, that's right. Ali, that's right. Right answer is heritage and climate. Okay, let's read on. So we all know that ancient buildings and monuments are assets to the human race and the world. Our ancestors have given us a vibrant cultural past that shouldn't go in vain. The World Heritage Day is an internationally recognized day to protect and preserve monuments and historical sites and the rich inheritance associated with them. So it also means next time when you go to visit any historical monument, let's say Statue of Unity, तो please उसके ऊपर Prakash loves Pinky लिख के ना आए. So protect it, preserve it and celebrate it. The aim and significance of the day are not just restricted to the different historical monuments. It also plays a vital role in securing the cultural integrity of a community. Having a creative, diverse culture, our duty is not just to inherit and respect them, but also to salvage them from any kind of harm as well. Chaliye, so couple of more questions related to this passage. World Heritage Day, 18th April. This year theme is Heritage and Climate. The International Council on Monuments and Sites, ICOMOS, established the day in 1982, and United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, approved it in which year? Your options are 1983, 1984, 1985, 1986. So again, a bit of common sense. So it was established in 1982 and it was recognized or approved by UNESCO the very next year. Correct answer is 1983. Nishant, you're right. Chirag, you're correct. Okay, Sakshi, that's right. Malvika, that's correct. How many heritage sites are there in India? This is an interesting question, and I would request all of you to read up more about these heritage sites, especially the ones which were added recently. So how many heritage sites are there in India? 38, 39, 40 or 41? 38, 39, 40 or 41? Okay, name the two, bonus question, name the two heritage sites which were recognized recently. So latest दो नए साइट्स ऐड किए गए थे इंडिया की लिस्ट में. अब ये करंट टोटल हो गया है ऑप्शन सी 40. यस पलक, दैट्स करेक्ट. धोलावीरा, धोलावीरा कहां पर है? इन विच स्टेट विल यू फाइंड धोलावीरा? Kashish, Ramappa temple is also correct. And where is Ramappa temple located? Dholavira is in the run of Kutch, Gujarat. It is an archaeological site. They say it is connected to Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization. What about Ramappa temple? Yes, Ramappa temple, Kerala, Ali, that's incorrect. Karnataka is the correct answer. So Ramappa temple. ठीक है, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Next one, Dash has been inscribed as India's first and only mixed World Heritage Site. So India की 40 sites हैं. So there are 40 sites and there is only one mixed heritage site. Name it. Your options are Kyoladev National Park, Dachigam National Park, Jim Corbett National Park, Kangchenjunga National Park. So A, B, C, D. Which option is right? The only mixed World Heritage Site in India. So there are cultural sites, there are natural sites, and there is only one mixed site. यानी वहाँ पे cultural, natural दोनों चीजें हैं. So Ali, there are three categories. So we have cultural monuments, there are natural sites, heritage sites, and therefore you see names of these parks. And then there are mixed sites. So there is only one Indian site जो mixed category में है, and correct answer is option D. अच्छा, can you tell me Kangchenjunga National Park कौन से state में है? It is the biggest national park of that state. Name the state. Ananya, that's right. Kangchenjunga is in Sikkim. Shrishti gave the correct answer. It's in Sikkim. Okay. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Your options are: option A, a World Heritage Site is a place that is listed by UNESCO for its special cultural or physical significance. Option D, the list of World Heritage Sites is maintained by the International World Heritage Program administered by the UNESCO World Heritage Committee. Option C, this is embodied in an international treaty called the Convention Concerning the Protection of the World Culture and Natural Heritage adopted by UNESCO in 1982. Option D, none of these. Pooja will go with D, Ali with D. Incorrect answer, guys. This treaty, Convention Concerning Protection of the World Culture and Natural Heritage, was adopted in 1972. No, not 83 wala दूसरा है, that is heritage list. We are talking about the convention. Convention was adopted in 72. चलिए, so we'll move on. A bit more about World Heritage site. So International Day for Monuments and Sites. Every year 18th April is celebrated as International Day for Monuments and Sites, also called World Heritage Day. जनरल असेंबली ने अडॉप्ट किया था इस डे को 1983 में. सो यूनेस्को की जनरल असेंबली ने 1983 में अप्रूव किया और इकोमॉस ने 18 अप्रैल 1982 को डिक्लेयर किया था. सो एम इज टू प्रमोट अवेयरनेस अबाउट डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ कल्चरल हेरिटेज ऑफ ह्यूमैनिटी and to raise concern about the vulnerability and requirement to preserve these sites. International Year of the Monument was commemorative date created by UNESCO in 1964. Theme of 2022 is Heritage and Climate. World Heritage Convention was created in 1972. So this is your answer to the last question. Okay. Convention is governed by World Heritage Committee supported by UNESCO, World Heritage Center, Secretariat of the Convention and 3 technical advisory bodies to the committee: IUCN, ICOMOS and ICCROM. World Heritage Site, as I said earlier, there are 3 categories. वर्ल्ड में सबसे ज्यादा वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइट इटली में है, सेकंड नंबर पे है चाइना. इंडिया भी बहुत पीछे नहीं है, हमारे पास 40 यूनेस्को साइट्स हैं. दैट मींस वी आर एट द 6th पोजीशन, 6th लार्जेस्ट नंबर ऑफ साइट्स इन इंडिया. Dholavira became the 40th UNESCO World Heritage Site from a country in July 2021. So हमारे 40 में से 32 कल्चरल साइट्स हैं, 7 नेचुरल और सिर्फ एक मिक्स्ड है, दैट इज खंगचेनजोंगा नेशनल पार्क. इसके अलावा सबसे पहले there are 2 ways to answer this question. Which site from India was listed as the first site? Well, there were multiple places which were recognized in the first go, but if you check out the website of UNESCO, you will see that Agra Fort is listed as the first entry, might be alphabetically. So Agra Fort was the first entry. Then along with Agra Fort, Ajanta Caves, Ellora Caves and Taj Mahal were also added in 1983. ठीक है, चलिए let's move on. Last passage for the day, INS Vakshir. INS Vakshir. India's Defence Naval Fleet got more teeth on Wednesday as Defence Secretary Desh launched INS Vakshir, the Scorpion class submarine under Project 75. We have already studied about different Scorpion class submarines which were added earlier. So this is the 6th one in the list. Okay. So who is the current Defence Secretary? That is your first fill in the blank. And where was this submarine Vakshir commissioned? In Mumbai. Where in Mumbai? Okay, Ali, okay, that's correct. We'll wait for others. Harshada, yes, that's right. Ajay Kumar is the current Defence Secretary and Mazagaon Dock is the correct answer for second one. So some of you got it right. Let's quickly read on. So Vakshir is named after the sandfish, a deadly deep sea predator of the Indian Ocean. The first submarine Vakshir, ex-Russian then Soviet Union, was commissioned into the Indian Navy on 26 December 1974 and was decommissioned in 1997 after 3 decades of maritime service. So there used to be another vessel with same name Vakshir, and therefore we have named this submarine as Vakshir. The Mazagaon has so far delivered 4 Scorpion class submarines under the project of Indian Navy: INS Kalvari, INS Khanderi, INS Karanj and INS Vela. ये 4 ऑलरेडी सर्व कर रहे हैं. 5th सबमरीन वगीर जो है इट इज अंडर ट्रायल और लेटेस्ट वन टू बी एडेड इज वगशीर. सो कलवारी, खंडेरी, करंज, वेला, वगीर and Vakshir. These are 6 Scorpion class submarines of Indian Navy. So in true nautical tradition, she finds a new incarnation by this same name. Vakshir, infused with new life by Mazagaon Dock, is once again a very powerful predator of the deep sea, guarding the vast maritime interest of our nation. Dash said in the Mazagaon said in its release on last Wednesday. So Scorpion class submarines can undertake multifarious missions such as anti-surface warfare, anti-submarine warfare, intelligence gathering, mine laying, area surveillance, etc. The submarine is designed to operate in all theaters, which means provided to ensure interoperability with other components of a naval task force. It is a strong platform marking a generational shift in submarine operations in our country. The attack can be launched with both torpedoes and tube-launched anti-ship missiles at the same time, underwater or on surface. So yes, we got more teeth. ठीक है, चलिए, couple of more questions on this particular passage, last passage for the day. Which of the following statements is incorrect? Option A, the sixth and last of the fifth Scorpion class submarine, Vakshir, was launched into water at Mazagaon docks in Mumbai. Option B, it was launched by Veena Ajay Kumar, wife of Union Defence Secretary, in keeping with the naval tradition of launch and naming by a woman. Option C, the 6 submarines were built under Project 75 by the Mazagaon docks under technology transfer from the Naval Group as part of 3.75 billion deal signed in October 2005. Option D, none of these. Let's see if people can get this one right. Arya will go with D, Gauri with D, Ali has deleted his answer, Harshada will pick D, Malvika D, Asharya D. Guys, correct answer is option D, none of these. Yes, all 3 statements are correct. Let's move on. Which is the largest shipbuilding and maintenance facility in our country? So this is a static based question, please don't get this one right. So which is the largest shipbuilding and maintenance facility in our country? Your options are Mazagaon Dock Limited, Cochin Shipyard Limited, Hindustan Shipyard Limited or Garden Research Shipbuilders and Engineers. Aries, that's correct. Nishan, that's incorrect. Asharya, that's correct. Ali, that's right. So the largest shipbuilding and maintenance facility in our country is option B, Cochin Shipyard. So Cochin Shipyard Limited is the biggest one in our country. Noted down. Okay guys, I think last question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? Vakshir will be commissioned into the Indian Navy's Western Command after 12 to 18 months when sea trials end. Option B, it will be based with Western Naval Command, mostly in Mumbai. Option C, the submarine will undergo a very comprehensive and rigorous set of tests and trials for more than a year to ensure delivery of a fully combat worthy submarine. So option A and C तो similar है. Okay, Gauri Patole has already answered. Devanshi has picked an option. Sanika has answered. I'm not sure about this one or the second. अच्छा, ये तो आपका previous question का answer है, Sanika and Devanshi. Both of you were right. Okay, Gauri has answered for this question on your screen. Gauri, that's correct. Chirag, that's right. So right answer for this one, Ashwarya, is option D. None of these. All 3 statements are correct. So guys, now we'll move on to rapid fire round. So you will get to answer each question in less than 15 seconds. The quicker you respond, faster we move. Okay, 15 seconds per question. Before we move on, guys, quickly click on that like button so that we also get to know that you people want us to continue the series, and that gives us the required motivation. Chaliye, so let's move on. Jaldi se. When you're answering, also mark the question number. So if your answer for first question is B, write down 1B. If your answer for second question is A, write down 2A. So because there will be so many people responding, it gets difficult to differentiate whether your answer is for first question or the last one. Chaliye, let's move on. And your time starts now. Okay, a bit more about Vakshi. थोड़ा सा और है, ये हम already कर चुके हैं ज़्यादा चीजें cover. There are 6 submarines now. Can you name all 6? Who can name all 6? जल्दी से. 6 submarines हैं Scorpion class के, जिनको कलवारी क्लास भी बोलते हैं क्योंकि फर्स्ट शिप वही है. सो फर्स्ट Scorpion class submarine कलवारी है, तो इसको कलवारी क्लास भी कह सकते हैं और इसको Scorpion class भी बोलते हैं. Yes, so Kalvari, Khanderi, Vakshir, Vela and Vagir. एक मिस किया मैंने, Karanj. These are the 6 submarines. Okay, Project 75 के बारे में already बता चुके हैं, so we'll move on. First question on your screen. India's first pure green hydrogen plant in Assam has been commissioned by which oil company? India's first pure green hydrogen plant in Assam has been commissioned by which oil company? Your options are Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, Oil India Limited, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited or Indian Oil Corporation Limited. So BPCL, OIL, HPCL or IOCL. So which company is setting up green hydrogen plant in Assam? Okay, Ali has picked D, Vidhi, F तो option ही नहीं है. Okay, Sanika, D, okay. Well guys, correct answer for first one is option B. It is Oil India Limited. Move on. Second question, which edition of National Level Pollution Response Exercise NETPOL Rex being conducted by the Indian Coast Guard of Mormugao Harbour in Goa was inaugurated by Union Defence Secretary? So which edition of the National Level Pollution Response Exercise was inaugurated by Union Defence Secretary? Your options are 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. So if you guys are reading newspaper on regular basis, you would know all these answers. So Chirag is answering the first one. Aries will go with option C. Shubham Goel will go with option C. Okay, correct answer guys for this one is option D. It was the 8th edition. Okay, next question on your screen. Who has been appointed as the principal scientific advisor? Very important recent news. Who has been appointed as principal scientific advisor to the government of India for next 3 years? Your options are Rajesh Ranjan, Ashok Kumar Sood, Rishabh Singh, S.N. Tripathi. Rajesh Ranjan, Ajay Kumar Singh, Rishabh Singh, Ajay Kumar Sood, Rishabh Singh and S.N. Tripathi. Jaldi se. Option 3. Question 3. Harshvardhan has answered. Nishant has responded. Venkat has responded. Chale, Venkat, that's correct. Right answer for this one is option B, Ajay Kumar Sood. So Ajay Kumar Sood has been appointed as the principal scientific advisor to the government of India. World Liver Day is observed every year on dash to spread awareness about liver related diseases. So वर्ल्ड लिवर डे कब मनाया जाता है? आपके ऑप्शन हैं 17th अप्रैल, 18th अप्रैल, 19th अप्रैल और 20th अप्रैल. 17th अप्रैल, 18th अप्रैल, 19th अप्रैल और 20th अप्रैल. Venkat will go with C. Aries will pick D. Chirag with C. Well guys, right answer is option C. Most of you got it right. 19th April. Moving on. National Civil Services Day is observed every year on which date? Civil Services Day कब मनाया जाता है? ऑप्शंस हैं 20th अप्रैल, 21st अप्रैल, 22nd अप्रैल और 23rd अप्रैल. 20, 21, 22 या 23 कब मनाते हैं हम सिविल सर्विसेज का दिन? सो नेशनल सिविल सर्विसेज डे इज सेलिब्रेटेड ऑन. गौरी रिस्पॉन्डेड, सृष्टि, ऐश्वर्या, एरीज, अली, चिराग, साक्षी, विधि, हर्षदा. वेल गाइस, करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी, 21st अप्रैल. मोस्ट ऑफ यू गॉट इट राइट. Next question, World Creativity Day and Innovation Day. World Creativity and Innovation Day is observed every year on which date? World Creativity and Innovation Day is observed every year on which date? Your options are 20th April, 21st April, 22nd April, 23rd April. World Creativity and Innovation Day is observed every year on which date? आपके ऑप्शन है 20, 21, 22 या 23. जल्दी से. Nishant Nambiar has responded. Devanshi has responded. Guys, correct answer for question number 6 is option B, 21st April. So National Civil Service Day as well as Creativity and Innovation Day both are celebrated on 21st April. Question 7 on your screen. India will give Sri Lanka an additional dash amount in financial assistance to buy fuel. हम और कितना पैसा देने जा रहे हैं? 4 लाख टन फ्यूल ऑलरेडी दे चुका है इंडिया. अभी और कितना पैसा देने वाले हम इनको? 300 बिलियन, 300 million, 400 million, 500 million या 600 million. So easy way to answer. अच्छा. Yes, Harshvardhan, you're correct. Ashwarya, that's incorrect. Ali, that's right. Riddhi, that's right. Venkat, that's correct. Right answer is option C, 500 million. So $500 million. Who inaugurated DEF Connect 2.0 organized by Innovations for Defense Excellence Defense Innovation Organization IDEX DIO in New Delhi? इसमें से किन ने डेफ कनेक्ट 2.0 को इनॉग्रेट किया? ऑप्शन है नरेंद्र मोदी, अजय कुमार, राजनाथ सिंह, एमएम नारवने. आपके ऑप्शंस हैं नरेंद्र मोदी, अजय कुमार, राजनाथ सिंह, एमएम नारवने. हु इज इंडियाज करंट डिफेंस मिनिस्टर? तो इंडिया के डिफेंस मिनिस्टर ही तो डिफेंस इनोवेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के डिफेंस कनेक्ट को इनॉग्रेट करेंगे. राइट आंसर, okay, right answer is Rajnath Singh, not Hansa Pandey, Ali. Okay, question 9. Niti Aayog has signed a statement of intent with which organization on sustainable development goals with focus on children? With focus on children. Options हैं Amnesty India, UNESCO, UNICEF, Interpol. देखिए बहुत इजीली स्मार्टली आप दो ऑप्शन रिजेक्ट कर सकते हैं इसमें से. एमनेस्टी के तो इंडिया हेड को हम वैसे ही इंडिया छोड़ के जाने नहीं दे रहे हैं. सो गवर्नमेंट इज अगेंस्ट हिम, सो उनको तो नहीं दिया होगा. इंटरपोल इज पुलिसिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इंटरनेशनल पुलिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, सो इंटरपोल से भी रिलेटेड नहीं है. राइट, टॉपिक ही रिलेटेड नहीं है। सो एसडीजी चिल्ड्रन के ऊपर फोकस करते हुए नीति आयोग किसके साथ टाई अप करेगा? ऑप्शन ए यूनेस्को, यूनिसेफ, पिक वन फ्रॉम दीज टू, ऑप्शन बी और सी। इफ यू नो द फुल फॉर्म यू वुड नो द आंसर। राइट आंसर फॉर दिस वन इज ऑप्शन सी। व्हाट इज द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ यूनिसेफ? यस अली, दैट्स करेक्ट। पूजा हैज ऑलरेडी रीच्ड क्वेश्चन 10, तो हम भी जल्दी से कैचअप करते हैं। So United Nations International Children Emergency Fund. Question 10. Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways in Ayush, Sarbananda Sonowal, on Thursday announced that first Incredible India International Cruise Conference 22 will take place in Dash. So काफी फैंसी कॉन्फ्रेंस होने वाला है। कहां पर है? केरला, मुंबई, विशाखापट्टनम और कटक। केरला, मुंबई, विशाखापट्टनम और कटक। जल्दी से आंसर करिए। करेक्ट आंसर फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 इज ऑप्शन बी, मुंबई। Question 11 on your screen. The Agriculture Department of the Union Territory, of which Union Territory has received Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration for the year 2021? किस यूनियन टेरिटरी की एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को एक्सीलेंस इन पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का अवार्ड मिला है 21 के लिए? ऑप्शन है पुडुचेरी, जम्मू कश्मीर, लक्षद्वीप, लद्दाख। कौन सी यूनियन टेरिटरी पे गवर्नमेंट का फोकस अभी बहुत ज्यादा है? ऐसी यूनियन टेरिटरीज जिनका यूनियन टेरिटरीज का स्टेटस ही डॉल्ड्रम्स में है। इफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट डिसाइड्स अगेंस्ट रिमूवल ऑफ आर्टिकल 370, देन these UTs will again become a state. Right answer for question number 11 is option D, Ladakh. So it was Ladakh. So Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh दोनों एक ही थे. So now correct answer is Ladakh. So Ladakh is doing really well. Okay, which state has announced that a mega sports city will come up in its capital? So mega sports city. Some states want to do everything mega. Your options are Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh. So in this state you will find mega cutouts of their film stars, you will find mega cutouts of their political leaders. They are also aiming to have a 3 trillion economy in next few years, which is a very ambitious target. Well guys, right answer is option A, Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu has decided to create a mega sports city in Chennai. Question 13. People of Daspalla in Nayagarh district of which state are fondly celebrating the famous Lanka Podi festival? So Lanka Podi festival कहाँ मनाया जाता है? A simple question. आंध्र प्रदेश, वेस्ट बंगाल, उड़ीसा, झारखंड. So Lanka Podi कहाँ मनाया जाता है? आंध्र, वेस्ट बंगाल, उड़ीसा या झारखंड? लंका पॉडी फेस्टिवल किस स्टेट में सेलिब्रेट किया जाता है? एरीज, दैट्स करेक्ट. अली, दैट्स राइट. Ashurya, that's incorrect. Chirag, that's incorrect. Venkat, that's correct. Right answer is option C, it's Odisha. Odisha celebrates Lanka Podi. Which state government has removed certain restrictions imposed in 96 to protect the catchment area of Osman Sagar and Himayat Sagar reservoir? So if you guys are fond of traveling, Osman Sagar, Himayat Sagar कहाँ पे हैं? हुसैन सागर भी है सेम स्टेट में. सो उस्मान सागर, हिमायत सागर, हुसैन सागर कहां पर है? ऑप्शन है आंध्र प्रदेश, तेलंगाना, उड़ीसा, झारखंड. इजी क्वेश्चन. एरीज नोज द आंसर. चिराग, दैट्स राइट. पलक, दैट्स इनकरेक्ट. देवांशी, दैट्स इनकरेक्ट. अनग, दैट्स राइट. राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन बी, तेलंगाना. सो तेलंगाना has removed some restrictions imposed on catchment area of Osman Sagar and Himayat Sagar. Question 15. World Earth Day is observed every year on which date? Earth Day कब celebrate किया जाता है? Options है 20th April, 21st April, 22nd April और 23rd April. 20, 21, 22 या 23 अप्रैल कब मनाते हैं हम धरती का दिन? अर्थ डे, पृथ्वी का दिवस कब मनाया जाता है? Okay, Ali will go with option C, Venkat with C, Sakshi with C. Correct answer is option C, 22nd April. So 22nd April is the right answer. Union Minister for Social Justice Empowerment and Chairman of Dr. Ambedkar Foundation Dash will launch Dr. Ambedkar Centers for Excellence scheme. So कौन है इंडिया के Social Justice and Empowerment Minister? That is your question. Options are वीरेंद्र कुमार, धर्मेंद्र प्रधान, अतुल खरे, प्रहलाद कुमार. So वीरेंद्र कुमार, धर्मेंद्र प्रधान, अतुल खरे, प्रहलाद कुमार. Okay, Devanshi, that's right. Sakshi, that's correct. Jaidev, that's correct. So I am seeing many new names nowadays, so that's a very good news. That means you people want us to continue the series. Chaliye guys, quickly answer. Right answer is option A, Virendra Kumar. Most of you got it right. Which two Indian cricketers have been named among 5 players in Wisden's Cricketers of the Year in 22 edition of Almanac? So इनमें से किन दो लोगों का नाम क्रिकेटर्स ऑफ द ईयर की लिस्ट में आया है विजडन की? ऑप्शंस हैं विराट कोहली एंड आर अश्विन, युजवेंद्र चहल एंड रोहित शर्मा एंड जसप्रीत बुमराह, विराट कोहली एंड ईशांत शर्मा. So this guy has been in a very good form this year. Yes, Gauri, that's right. Sakshi, that's right. Ask Jane, that's correct. Texas Wizard, that's right. Right answer is option C, Rohit Sharma and Jasprit Bumrah. So Jasprit Bumrah और रोहित शर्मा बहुत अच्छी फॉर्म में है. Who has been appointed as the next DG of military operations? Very important news. इनमें से किसी नेक्स्ट डीजी ऑफ मिलिट्री ऑपरेशंस बनाया गया है. आपके ऑप्शंस हैं मनोज कुमार कटियार, अजय कुमार सूद, विनय कुमार सक्सेना, राजेश कुमार यादव. सो नेक्स्ट डीजी ऑफ मिलिट्री ऑपरेशंस ऑप्शंस आर मनोज कुमार कटियार, अजय कुमार सूद, विनय कुमार सक्सेना, राजेश कुमार यादव. इनमें से कौन बना है? क्वेश्चन नंबर 18. पलक विल गो विद बी, देवांशी विल गो विद ए, पूजा विल गो विद सी. सो अ लॉट ऑफ कंफ्यूजन. ओके. Well guys, right answer for this one is Aries will go with B. Well, Sakshi with C. Correct answer is option A. It's Manoj Kumar Katyar. Manoj Kumar Katyar is the right answer. Let's move on. Last two questions from the rapid fire round. Which union territory has launched Jan Nigrani mobile application to help people lodge complaints related to various schemes online? So किस यूनियन टेरिटरी ने जन निगरानी मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन लॉन्च किया है रिसेंटली? योर ऑप्शंस आर लद्दाख, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, लक्षद्वीप, पुडुचेरी. सो पुडुचेरी, लक्षद्वीप, जम्मू कश्मीर या लद्दाख, किस यूनियन टेरिटरी ने, केंद्र शासित प्रदेश ने अपना जन निगरानी मोबाइल ऐप लॉन्च किया? Ashwarya, that's right. Riddhi, that's incorrect. Ashita, that's correct. Raira, that's incorrect. Pooja, that's incorrect. Right? Sorry, that's correct. Let me just reread किसने क्या ऑप्शन मार्क किया. Guys, correct answer for this one is, which you guys were answering for the previous similar question, option B, Jammu and Kashmir. So it is Jammu and Kashmir. Jayadev, you can get in touch with your mentors, book a one-to-one mentoring slot with your faculties. They will help you out in much detail. In a general session, I can't go at length describing from what all sources can you read. If you're reading CA catch-ups, if you are reading news, any good newspaper or on daily basis, and if you're solving knowledge gym and attending these sessions, it will do the trick. इससे ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए, सब कुछ कवर हो जाता है. इतनी चीजें कीजिए और अपने मॉक्स टाइम पे दीजिए. Okay, consume the content that we are providing you. High content consumption means better preparation. Last question, which edition of All India Police Science Congress was recently inaugurated? This one is difficult. Which edition of All India Police Science Congress was recently inaugurated? 45th, 46th, 47th or 48th? I don't expect most of you to know it, so I will quickly reveal the answer. Right answer is option D, 48th. चलिए, let me take you through some one-liners, only those which I skipped or which were not covered. सिंगापुर के नए लीडर का नाम अनाउंस हो गया जो लीड करेंगे फ्यूचर में. सिंगापुर प्राइम मिनिस्टर ली हिसिन लूंग हैज कंफर्म्ड दैट फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर लॉरेंस वोंग वुड सक्सीड हिम. सो ये नए लीडर बनेंगे सिटी स्टेट सिंगापुर के लॉरेंस वोंग. UN has said that more than 77 million people slipped into poverty in 2021. So बहुत सारे लोग इंडिया में वर्ल्ड ओवर गरीबी रेखा से नीचे चले गए. Now read the last point on your screen. India's extreme poverty declined 12.3 percentage points, which is lower in 2019 than 2011. So अगर गरीबी बढ़ रही है दुनिया में तो इंडिया में extreme poverty decline कैसे कर रही है? Who can explain this paradox? Well, Government of India came up with couple of very good schemes. Like during pandemic, we realized that people in India, especially the daily wage earners, will not be able to cope up the hardships put forth by the new scenario which COVID had created. So we started distributing free ration to lot many people. There are lakhs and lakhs of families across India receiving 5 kg ration every month. Because of that, they they will not die out of starvation at least. So therefore, extreme poverty का level कम हुआ है इंडिया में. World over poverty का level बढ़ा है. Okay, Russian warship Moskva was Moskva sunk in which sea? कौन से sea में था Moskva? So now Russia wants to control that entire sea. In which sea was Moskva docked? So it was a flagship of Russian Black Sea Fleet It sank on 14th April 22. Okay, Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia has launched e-Sanjeevani teleconsultation facility. So e-Sanjeevani teleconsultation facility के 1 लाख से ज़्यादा सेंटर एस्टेब्लिश किए गए हैं. 4th anniversary of Ayushman Bharat Health and Wellness Centers. There are more than 1,17,000 health and wellness centers जो ऑपरेशनल है हमारे देश में, और अब e-Sanjeevani teleconsultation facility भी मिलेगा. Okay, SpaceX has successfully launched Falcon 9 carrier rockets with US intelligence satellite on board. So US का नया इंटेलिजेंस सैटेलाइट SpaceX की मदद से Falcon 9 कैरियर से लॉन्च किया गया है. और इसी के साथ NROL 85 मिशन US नेशनल रिकॉन्सनेंस ऑफिस की तरफ से कंप्लीट हुआ. गवर्नमेंट इज ऑर्गेनाइजिंग अ ग्रैंड इवेंट ऑन 20th and 21st of this month at Red Fort. This has already taken place, so most of you would know about it. 400 Prakash Gurupurab of Guru Tegh Bahadur. Guru Tegh Bahadur was martyred in Delhi near Red Fort. So this year government organized a light and sound show at Red Fort to commemorate his 400th Prakash Purab, Guru Purab Avsar. 400 Ragis will perform in Shabad Kirtan on this occasion. So there's a lot symbolism in numbers. So 400 साल हो गए, इसलिए 400 रागीज ने कीर्तन किया. गवर्नमेंट का प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण पैकेज हैज बीन एक्सटेंडेड. नाउ इंश्योरेंस स्कीम है ये, जिसमें लोगों को हेल्थ केयर वर्कर्स फाइटिंग कोविड-19 को इंश्योरेंस मिलता है. नाउ इट हैज बीन एक्सटेंडेड फॉर नेक्स्ट 6 months, और भी कुछ टाइम के लिए बढ़ा दिया गया है. President has given assent. This is a controversial news. Delhi Municipal Corporation Amendment Act 2022. इस तरीके से दिल्ली के 3 म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशंस को क्लब करके एक बनाया जा रहा है, और इस वजह से दिल्ली के म्युनिसिपल इलेक्शन भी टाइम पे नहीं हुए. सो दिस कंट्रोवर्शियल एक्ट हैज रिसीव्ड प्रेसिडेंट्स एसेंट, सो नाउ इट विल कम इनटू फोर्स. हु इज इंडियाज प्रेसिडेंट? आंसर इज रामनाथ कोविंद. रामनाथ कोविंद हेल्स फ्रॉम विच स्टेट? कहां से हैं ये? So, by the way, Ramnath Kovind also gave his assent for Criminal Procedure Identification Act 2022. We'll read up more about Criminal Procedure Identification Act 2022 in the next session, in the legal update session or the weekly law scoop session. Okay, Government of Bangladesh has signed 250 million financing agreement with World Bank. They want to build economic resilience and sustain economic growth after COVID. Mobile application Khelo India University Games का सेकेंड एडिशन सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए लॉन्च किया गया. सो न्यू मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन जो कि खेलो इंडिया यूनिवर्सिटी गेम से रिलेट करता है, लॉन्च किया गया रिसेंटली. गेम्स विल बी इनॉग्रेटेड बाय वाइस प्रेसिडेंट वेंकैया नायडू. इंटरनेशनल मॉनिटरी फंड IMF in its recent report has slashed India's growth outlook from 4.4 to 3.6. So now they say that global economic growth will be 3.6 और India's economic growth will be 8.2. So India के लिए पहले 9% का प्रेडिक्शन था, जो अब 8.2 कर दिया गया है, और वर्ल्ड के लिए 4.4 था, जो रिड्यूस होके 3.6 हो गया. सो IMS का नया प्रेडिक्शन वर्ल्ड ग्रोथ का ये है. ओके, इंडियन एयरफोर्स ने अपना लेटेस्ट टेस्ट किया ब्रह्मोस का. ब्रह्मोस सुपरसोनिक क्रूज मिसाइल है, जो कि सुखोई फाइटर जेट से ट्राई किया गया. इसी के साथ इंडिया रशिया से भी आगे निकल जाता है ब्रह्मोस टेस्टिंग में. नाउ वी हैव अ ब्रह्मोस वेरिएंट जो कि एयर टू सरफेस फायर किया जा रहा है, यानी हम लोग अपने फाइटर जेट से ब्रह्मोस को लॉन्च कर रहे हैं. अभी तक रशिया के पास ये कैपेबिलिटी नहीं है. सो दिस इज समथिंग विच गिव्स इंडियन एयरफोर्स लॉट मेनी टीथ. US announced a commitment to stop testing anti-satellite missiles that generate dangerous debris in space. So only a handful of countries have the capability to destroy satellites by launching missiles from Earth. And Russia, China, US are among those countries. Okay, so with this note, we'll stop here. Thank you so much for attending. I hope you guys like this session. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. याद रखिए, शेयर करने से ज्ञान बढ़ता है और साथ में सब्सक्राइबर्स भी. विल मीट अगेन. आई होप यू गाइज लव व्हाट वी आर डूइंग. ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर बोर्ड एग्जाम इफ यू गाइज आर वरीड अबाउट दोस. एंड डोंट वरी, अगर आप लॉ एंट्रेंस की तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो आपके 12th के परसेंटेज आपको लॉ स्कूल में एडमिशन नहीं दिलाने वाले. बट इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर BBA हॉस्पिटैलिटी, योर क्लास 12th परसेंटेज विल ऑल्सो प्ले अ क्रूशियल रोल. सो चलिए, विद दिस नोट आई विल एंड हियर. विल मीट अगेन. बाय.